good morning. I am just like flying by using my batteries right now for my camera. Largely because I filmed so much yesterday. Let's talk about that real quick. No, I talked about it in last week's vlog. We don't have to talk about it. I did film a ton yesterday. I'm going to be editing 2 of those videos that didn't get edited, as well as last week's vlog. Oh, hi, by the way, it's Thursday the 8th. Welcome to this week's vlog. I just jumped right in. Sorry. Welcome to this week's vlog. I'm so tired. We have a fuck ton that's happening in this week's vlog, like, I think, calendar-wise. Let's see. Today I have baby classes from 6 to 8 p.m. And then Monday I have a doctor's appointment. Oh, that's it. Okay. I thought there was more, but that's it. I had book club last night. That was really good. Filmed a bunch of stuff yesterday, so now I need to edit. I gotta edit last week's vlog, my bottom books, and my maternity video, my maternity announcement video. And it was really important to me to get all of those filmed and ready to go, so, yeah. But it's done. It's been filmed, so what do I win? There's still some stuff I want to do, like nesting video wise. I haven't started that yet. I really would like to. Yeah, I really would like to. So there's that. I have oil in my hair, so my hair looks like this, so I'm gonna have to shower and stuff, so I'm gonna clean the bathroom, do all of that. Yeah. We're also weaning me off of my meds officially. Hate that. I hate it. I do. Wait, do I have my psychiatrist appointment this week? No, it's next week. Okay. It's like, hello? Oh, it's not even next week. It's like week after next. Time isn't real. My baby shower is also coming up. That won't be in this week's vlog. It'll be in the next week's vlog, but like, so much is happening. I also need to try on my, dress for that and like make sure I can get everything covered and suited in a way that suits me. I'll need to do my nails. That's all gonna happen. The dress try-on is gonna happen this week. The rest is gonna happen next week probably, actually. But yeah, so weaning off of my meds. So I'm just rambling, if I'm being honest, because I didn't take my meds. Let's talk about what I'm gonna read today. And then I'm gonna go, because I got a fuck ton to edit before work starts. I am going to be reading Little House in the Big Woods. I started it yesterday. This is a childhood reread for me. I'm going to be rereading it. The plan is just to get 50% into it. If I get further, that's cool, whatever. And then I'm also going to be reading One of Us is Lying, also a reread. I just want to get 50% into that today as well. Again, if I get further, that's fine. I don't care. That's the plan. That's where we're at. But yeah. I think that's going to be it, because I'm realizing how tired I am. I didn't sleep well. I'm realizing how tired I am, and I need to work on some stuff also, so bye. It is Friday, the 9th. Woohoo! We've done it. We've made it here, folks. Hi, how you doing? It's Friday, like I said, the 9th. Yesterday, I got 50% into One of Us is Lying. I forgot how consumable this book is. It's really good. I'm very much enjoying it. Yeah, I'm having a good time reading it, so I'm glad that I decided to pick this back up. Yeah. And then I also got 50% into Little House in the Big Woods. More than 50%. I'm like 60% into it. I'm almost done, actually. So, because again, big font, pictures. It's a kid's book. A little above kids, definitely middle grade, but, well, elementary, middle school aged. I don't know. Because when I think kids books, I think like those board books that you get for babies. And maybe that's just because I have a bunch of them in my house now, but that's what I think of. Anyway, I am very tired. I have not slept well the last couple of days. Not that shocking. It's just, it's rough out here, folks. I'm hoping that I will do one of the nesting video tasks things that I talked about wanting to do. Either there's like a couple that I want to do with clothes, and then there's a couple that I wanted to do with my bathrooms. So I'm hoping that I can get all that done. If not today, then tomorrow. The reading plan today is to finish Little House in the Big Woods, and then also to finish One of Us is Lying. If I do that, I might go ahead and start whichever one is next. One of Us is next. I might start One of Us is Next and or The Little House on the Prairie, because I have both of those there ready to go. So yeah, I might start that. We will see what happens, but that's the plan. That's the plan. I don't have a ton to update on, so I'm actually just gonna go. I'm sore. My hands and wrists hurt. So I'm gonna go. Hope you guys are having a great day, though. And I'll talk to you later. Okay, thanks. Bye. It's Monday the 12th. How we doing, gang? I am more rested than I have been in a hot minute, so I'll take it. I do have a doctor's appointment today, but because I'm only taking a half day at work, I figured I would just log in, get whatever work done I can do this morning, and then get like this filming and stuff done too. Just knock out 2 birds, you know, so that way I have less hours to make up. That's really, because we are in the crunch time of where I'm like hoarding PTO, but also have doctor's appointments every 2 weeks, so like really trying to figure that one out. But I had a good weekend. I did a lot of like nesting cleaning stuff, so I filmed that, but you won't see it until quite a bit later. I did get the pack and play put together, which you would have just seen that footage. So the pack and play and the bassinet's ready. Someone did get the bassinet, the like pack and play sheets, so I'll just need to wash those and put those on the registry, or not on the registry, on the in the pack and play. And I think, you know, from there, like, cool, his 2 sleep areas are done, they're ready. I just, for like the other sleep area, I'm gonna need, like the nursery, I'm gonna need to install the baby monitor camera, or at least put the screws in for where I want to mount it on the wall. And then I may also screw in mounts in our bedroom, like screw and screws, so that I can take it to each room as needed. We will see. We'll see if that's what happens, but I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I do need to edit the footage from the weekend for the nesting stuff too. That needs to get done. But yeah, and then reading wise, I was also really productive, so let's talk about that. Over the weekend and Friday, I managed to finish One of Us Is Next. Yeah, One of Us Is Next. Didn't expect to finish it, but I just like kept putting my headphones in and then working on the baby stuff. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna keep trucking along, and I did. And it worked out great. So cool. But I enjoyed it. 4-star read. I will say, for One of Us Is Next, it felt like could be standalone same universe vibe, but it didn't, like, yes, it tied back into several characters, but it had nothing necessarily to do with the previous book. Like, there are some plot points that tie back into the previous book, but did I leave my coffee somewhere? Oh, no. But it didn't, I don't know. It didn't feel necessary. This is the best way I have to word it. Then I also finished on Friday, Little House in the Big Woods. I rated that not very highly. I think 2 stars. There is no like plot. It is just a collection of stories and stories within stories. And that's fine. I think that children benefit from plot lines, though, at that point. Like, if they're at reading chapter book level, they benefit from plot lines. And there is no plot line, so I struggled with that a bit. I'm still mentally struggling with that a bit. I'm like, this book felt like there was no point, and how are there like a bunch of these books? There better start being a plot at some point. So yeah. The reading plan for today is I would like to get 50% into One of Us Is Back, which is the last book in that trilogy. And then I would also like to get 50% into Little House on the Prairie, which should be pretty easy. Again, big font. Although Little House on the Prairie is considerably larger than Little House in the Big Woods, but we're going to try. We're going to give it a go. Considering I have doctor's appointments, so we'll see how that goes. But that is the plan. I think that's it, though. I think I don't have anything else to add. I didn't crochet anything over the weekend because I never do. My mom painted my toenails because I can't reach them now. I know you guys see me from like this angle a lot of the time, and even in like my B-roll and stuff, I feel like the angles I take you don't really see. So we're just gonna put a selfie I took yesterday here so we can see specifically how round I am at the moment. So yeah, I can't reach my toes. My mom painted my toenails yesterday, which was really nice because the baby shower's on Saturday, so that won't be in this week's vlog. It'll be in next week's vlog. So that's nice. I'm really sad though, my friend Marissa, who you've seen on the channel before, but she's one of my best friends, so she has COVID, so she won't be there. And I'm really sad about it, but a lot of my friends are going to be there, a lot of family's going to be there. It's going to be cool. As like on both sides, my cousins are like split, where there's like older cousins that are like 10 and 9 years older than me, and then the younger group of cousins, and I'm like somewhere in the middle of the younger group. On my dad's side, I'm the oldest in the younger group, and then on my mom's side, I'm like in the middle of the younger group. And I am the first, especially on my dad's side, I'm the first of the younger group to have a child. So I think that's why so much family is showing up, because it's exciting. We're real Southern that way. It's going to be interesting because some of the older people are like co-ed, but I think it'll be fun. I'm going to drink my coffee and edit and respond to emails though, so I will talk to you guys later. Okay, thanks, bye. Hello and good morning. My allergies are killing me. How are we doing, gang? Let's talk about what I read yesterday. Let's just go ahead and get into it, right? It's Tuesday, the 13th, by the way. Yesterday, I started and finished One of Us is Back. It was a 3-star read. I fear that I might be too much of an abolitionist for that book. Beyond that though, like beyond that specifically, I felt like it was unnecessary. It genuinely felt like an unnecessary book. And I'm not trying to be a dick or anything about it. The series would have been fine as just a duology. Sorry, but it's true. It would have just been fine as just a duology. And that's where my struggle is why didn't we just leave it as a duology? I've talked about this before, like how that's a pet peeve of mine when we make things an unnecessary series, an unnecessary trilogy, an unnecessary duology, etc. I didn't care for that. Then I actually ended up starting and finishing The Little House on the Prairie. Let me just put some photos of let me just put some photos. With a caveat that I recognize that this was written a long time ago. And it's also written from a child's perspective, and it's also written from realistically how they felt about Native Americans. With that being said, I read all of these books as a child, to be clear. With that being said, I would not have my child read these books. There are other ways to read. We could read some American Girl books about settling in the United States. We don't. There was also a point. I'm going to put a screenshot of the text that I sent to my friends, because I don't want to say this out loud. And I don't have any like, oh, the book was old and this was written a long time ago and like, that's why that's crazy. You were like throwing a tantrum because your dad wouldn't kidnap a baby for you. That's some fucking weirdo behavior. I will not be continuing to read this series. It wasn't really my plan to continue to read the series either. But now I most definitely will not be continuing the series. Holy racism. Batman. It was bad. It was real bad. It was So the reading plan for today is I want to get 50% into Bound in Blood, which is a short story compilation of horror stories. Y'all know how I feel, hopefully, at this point, about short story compilations. I like them, but I'm never like, I loved every story in this, and therefore they were all great. And like, it's a high rating, and then I'm also going to be rereading Rosemary and Rue, which is the first book in the October Day series. I am who I am. I'm not mad about it. I think it'll be a good time. So, okay, I guess the lights decided it's done. and I don't want to deal with it, so no, I do, because it's going to mess up a lot of things if I don't turn that back on. Is it dead? It's dead. Okay, well, that's annoying. Anyway, I also, the doctor's appointment yesterday went really, really good. It was a very solid doctor's appointment. I don't want you guys to fall. Hold on. It's a really solid doctor's appointment. I found out that my insurance is still covered at the hospital, so that's cool. I don't know if I talked about this, but like there was a letter that we got that said that like they're in talks with my insurance provider and there's a chance that it won't be covered. And then I was like, what do I do? Because by the time we would have found out would have been January currently, and I'm in my 8th month of pregnancy, like gonna deliver in the next 9 weeks, and like what am I supposed to do if I find out my insurance isn't covered? What do I fucking do? Finding a new OB would take 3 months, and at that point I would have already given birth, so like what do I, no, stop. What would I do? What would I do? So yeah, I really wasn't stressed, but I found out my insurance is still covered. Yay. And I also found out that I do qualify for the RSV, which is great because with the way that things currently are going where I live, I'd like my kid to have immunity where I can get it for him. So I'm going to get that done next week, because next week I have, so it won't be in this week's vlog, it won't be in next week's vlog, but it'll be in the week after's vlog. I have an ultrasound to make sure that my placenta has moved up out of the way of the cervix. It probably has, but I have that ultrasound, so I'm just going to get vaccinated after, and I'll call it good. That's the plan. I, crochet-wise, finished another like panel of the baby blanket. The plan today is to do another one. I have 2 left, and then I'm going to sew everything together. I've sewed some of it together. I would show you guys, but I don't feel like moving. I've sewed some of it together, but not all of it. I'll probably finish it by next week's vlog, which will be cool because it'll be probably done by the baby shower. But it's a gift to me from me, so. I do have some stuff I need to do in prep for the baby shower. I need to take pictures of things that people have sent to us that I've already opened. Here's the thing. I don't know the etiquette. If you send something to my house, I'm opening it. So if you're going to be at the baby shower, I'm going to take pictures of the things that have been sent, and then print them out with my little Kodak camera printer thingy, saying like thank you, whatever. And then I've got little photo stands, I think, that will work for this. I've got a couple of options for this, so we'll see. But I need to eat breakfast and get started on the day, so I will talk to you guys later. Kittens, bye. Good morning. It is Tuesday the 14th. I'm realizing I'm wearing the wrong headphones. I need to go put these away. It's Tuesday the 14th. Let me go get the other headphones, like the case these go in. Yesterday, I ended up reading considerably more than intended. Shock, awe, who's surprised. I finished Bound in Blood, which was a short story compilation with the interlinking theme of books. And I honestly think that having an object or concept, because this can be both authorship, books, writing as a whole, as an interlinking theme of all of the short stories in a short story compilation serves well. I liked that a lot, actually. So I gave it 4 stars, which is pretty high for a short story compilation. I'm kind of surprised by it. But I liked it a lot, honestly. I also finished Rosemary and Rue, which is the first book in the October Day series. Obviously I've read all of the currently released books in October Day, but I wanted to reread them, and so here we are. I did it. I'm starting the reread of them. I really enjoyed it. Seeing the characters pre their growth was kind of interesting and kind of fun for me, so I liked that. I'm glad that I made the decision to read it. For reading plans today, I am going to start and finish The Transcendent Kingdom, which is a contemporary book. I've already started it. I'm about 16% into it. But yeah, starting that, and I'm also going to be getting 25% into Blood and Gold, which is the next book in the Vampire Chronicles. Right? Are they the Vampire Chronicles? It says on this cover here. Yeah, the Vampire Chronicles. I'll be starting that and getting 25% into that. That's the plan. I really wanted to listen to that book, but apparently I just simply do not have it as an audiobook, so cool, I guess. Did I not print Transcendent Kingdom out? I'm positive I did, so I just need to find it. It'll be fine. Crochet wise, I actually finished all of the panels for the baby blanket, so now I just have to sew it together, so that's pretty exciting. I have 2 pieces left of the book blanket that I need to do. Crochet. No. Book blanket. Yeah, crochet. So I just need to do the last 2 things of that and then sew it together, so what I've got together, and then I can go ahead and start doing February's and planning it out. I actually printed out the graph related to it so that I could make a colored key, so I could actually track where I'm at. Also because once I get to here, because the chances of you reading 365 days is like really slim. So 365 books is like really slim. So I say that, but I've read 16 books already this year, and it's only the 14th. But also I'm gonna, be having a baby, so I think that'll probably affect how much I'm reading. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. The Animal Crossing update's coming out soon, so I'm really excited about that, and that's all I got. So I will talk to you guys later. Okay, thanks, bye. Hi, good morning. It is Thursday the 15th, and if you're not new here, you know that means we're closing out the vlog. How we doing, gang? I did not get all the reading I wanted to get done yesterday, which is okay, because I've been super ahead, so it's not the end of the world. I did start and finish Transcendent Kingdom by Yassi. It was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed some of the conversations of like religion and drug addiction and parental expectations and that kind of thing. I thought it was a really solid book. I very much enjoyed it. I'm very glad that I read it. I will say I did only give it 3 stars, only because at certain points I was like, this is dragging a little bit. It's not a very long book. I think contemporary books just kind of make me bored. And I don't mean to be nitpicky or annoying or anything about that kind of thing. I think they make me a little bored. So here we are. I also did start Blood and Gold by Anne Rice. I was supposed to listen to it. It was supposed to be an audiobook pick, but then my dad's audiobook library is not working, and he has the audiobook. I don't. So I was like, cool, what's going on? And I just want to double check too that it's just like, it might just be me, and he also may have fixed it. He hasn't fixed it. But because of that, I had to read it with my eyes, and here's the thing, I'm weaning off of my meds, and yesterday was a no meds day, and so that meant that anyway, and so I'm weaning off of my meds, and so I simply just didn't, I didn't have the space, I didn't have the energy, I didn't want to read with my eyes, and so I didn't. I got like 9% in, and that's it. I talk about what I'm doing today, but I'm closing out the vlog. So this is actually it before I kill my cat. He's chewing on my security key that I need for work. I overslept. Things are frazzled around here. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. Okay, I'm gonna go before everyone just like continues to piss me off. But I will talk to you guys later next week. Okay, thanks, bye.